All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So as you just saw, I did run my car Saturday night. I wasn't going to because actually the little codes had come back for my TCM, putting it in limp mode. But once again, I cleared them and the car ran just fine. So what I'm currently doing, you can hear the stupid beeping noise in the background, but I'm rewriting the files to the PCM and to the TCM. Shout out Steven Ripa, look him up, Ripa Tuned on Instagram. I don't think he watches my stupid videos, but dude knows his shit about Hellcats, and he's tuned by Tim Barth also, but he said just to try rewriting the TCM and the PCM. Hold on just a second. All right, so as you can see, it's now writing the TCM file. But anyways, Steven had told me just to re-flash the tunes onto the car and see if that would fix the problem, because obviously the transmission did go into limp mode. Don't know why, but sometimes there's a lot of parameters that need to be changed and adjusted, and sometimes these transmissions don't like them. So the computer's pretty smart, and it puts you in limp mode. So I'm re-flashing the PCM and the TCM with the current files that I already have, and then later tonight I'll go out and data log the car and see if I can't get it to go into limp mode. I know that sounds stupid, but I need to replicate the problem so that Tim can figure out what's actually the problem inside the TCM, and then he can adjust it, and then we'll be good to go. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, guys, so the car has been successfully re-flashed. So tonight or tomorrow, I'll go out and do some data logging and see if we can't get it to either replicate it, or maybe the car will be good now by just re-flashing the TCM. But look what we have here. So the harnesses have showed up. I went with the Crow Enterprises. I really like these, and I'll probably get some of their other safety gear when I need it, like jackets, gloves, any of that stuff. But I really like these seatbelts. They're good till 2020. So remember, these have to be certified in order for them to actually be active and usable at the track. So these are good till December of 2020. And yeah, these are a 5-point. So a 6-point would have 2 that go through this hole down here, but this is just a 5-point. And yeah, those are them. I think the purple will look really nice in the car. And these seats are going to Rigo's car, and so will the door panels, and I'll just get his door panels, which will just be all black, and should match the black Kirkies very nicely. And like I said, these seats aren't too, I mean, they pop up every now and then for sale, so if I want another pair, I'll get another pair. But the route I'm going with the car right now, I don't foresee me needing those seats anytime soon. So those will be going into Rigo's car, the Camel Cat, and I think they'll look really nice. And these are what they look like with the harnesses. And
God, those look good.
I think Kevin is changing his mind.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, they're sweet. So here's my little update. I didn't want to do the RPM roll bar. It's on you right now, but I didn't want to do the RPM roll bar because it is $2,500 just to get the 6-point. I don't want to do the fake Logic's $800 $800 harness bar, because it's just that you're paying $800 for a harness bar. So I forgot Cypher Auto. That's what Mush ran in the Charger. Cypher Auto, it's only 180 bucks for a harness bar. So
that's it?
Yeah, and I don't need a roll cage yet. So I think I'm just gonna go that way for now, and it'll give me the harness bar across the back so we can actually hook the harnesses up. So that'll be here this week. And yeah, then we'll be good to go. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the Cypher Automotive harness bar just for now. I'll get the roll bar. I'm gonna get it eventually. I don't need it yet. The car's not there yet, and that's a lot of money to spend that I could be spending on other parts for the time being. So once we get that 9 though, I'll definitely be getting that roll bar in. And yeah, like I said, you can't put a price on safety, but my car's not there yet. And it's only like 180 bucks for the harness bar, so I can at least get the seats in the car instead of waiting, you know, 4 to 6 weeks minimum for the RPM roll bar to come out. So I will be getting that, just not quite yet. I'll get it ordered shortly though, but still it's gonna take 4 to 6 weeks after that anyways. And that would put me kind of behind schedule of what I'm trying to do with the car and the events we have coming up. So same thing, we do have We Are Mopar coming up real shortly. and still haven't figured out how I'm gonna get my car there, but update on that coming soon. I gotta figure out how to get it there somehow. So if you saw at the beginning of the video, you'll see the burnout and the run from Saturday night. So like I said, I did have the codes come up Saturday night. We cleared them, the car ran perfectly fine. My trap speed is pretty down though. It's down by 6 miles an hour. Now, 2 of that mile an hour I figured out can be related to dropping the PSI in the Radial Pros. So usually you can lose 1 to 2 miles an hour from that. But even then, I'm still about 4 miles an hour behind from my best mile per hour there. Now, mile per hour doesn't mean that much, but mile per hour does show what power your car has. And so I'm hoping my car is not down on power for some reason. I don't think it is, but that's why I need to get it out and log it and make sure everything's good to go and make sure the car's running up to top spec. And if there's some adjustments that need to be made, then Tim can make those adjustments and we'll get the car going, because we do have another test and tune Friday night. I don't think we're gonna go to that, but they are racing on Saturday night, and they do prep the track a lot better on Saturday nights. Now, here's what sucks is I ran once on Saturday night. The track was prepped a lot better. I dropped the PSI on the tires down to about 16 pounds, and the car felt like it fucking dead hooked, and their printer wasn't working. So luckily, my buddy Brady, he took a picture of the screen board, and it was 10.2 at 134, so that's how I know my mile an hour is down a little bit. And I want to know what the 60 foot was though, because it was 10.20 at 134, so I think I must have hooked up pretty good in order to run that. I'm guessing it was a 1.5, so we're getting there. The track prep could be a little bit better still, but for our track, that's pretty good. And like I said, we're still trying to figure out what to have the tires set at and what to launch at, because that was still off idle. So with looking at the video and talking to some people, I think, what's up, doggies? The dogs are out there. With looking at the video, I think I could have actually launched it and gave it some RPM. So that's what we'll try this Saturday, as long as the car's up and running good. That's what we're gonna try this Saturday, is actually giving it some RPM off of the launch instead of going off idle, and we'll see if the track will hold it, because that's been the biggest problem, is the track ain't gonna hold us actually giving it some RPM. So we'll see. So that's pretty much a small update. I reflashed the TCM and did the PCM as well, because it's already there, might as well. I've drained my tank from the weekend, got all the water from the ice out, put some distilled water back in, put some coolant in there. Got the Crow Enterprises seatbelts in today. I do have some mounting hardware on the way, as well as the Cypher automotive harness bar now. I just ordered it today, and hopefully that stuff will be here this week so we can get going on the seats. Now, the only thing I'll still be waiting on though is the planted seat brackets. So don't think I'll get the Kirkies quite in this week for racing, but hopefully the following weekend or whenever the next test and tune is, or races, so we can go when the track is better. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you guys always comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at VanV39. And that's a small update for you on the Sneaky Cat. Hopefully you guys have an awesome